Hello, welcome back to the channel. Guys, it's your boy Edwin with a Dividend Passport Bro back with another video. I'm currently out here in Central Colombia spending time with my family. And as you guys can see, we are looking at the channel. We are up to 70 subscribers. Guys, we're up to 70 subscribers. And my pledge to this channel was to generate a video every day of what's going on with my portfolio. And that's 7 days a week. Every day, 7 days a week, I generate videos on this channel. Something in regards to making money, living abroad, investing in your future, investing for your children, and whatnot. So you can follow my channel, subscribe, share the content with other people. Don't do what I do, but look what I do and use that as a guide to invest in your own self. Okay, guys? That's basically what it is. So as you can see, there's a lot of content on this channel that I've, in the last 20 something days, that I've been putting on here every day. Okay, so I've been making videos every day for the last 3 weeks. All right, when my channel, when my portfolio was down by $9,000, that video right there, when I made that video, right? And the goal was, I was down and I didn't know how to get money to invest because I didn't have cash to pull out of my own bank account to put into the market. And at that point, I decided to do margins. I went with margins, enable margins on my account to be able to invest more. So where we are today, as of today, my account is it's a little bit more than what you see there, right? But this is my actual money, what I put into this account, and with the growth and everything else, is what you see there. But it wasn't always like that, right? I had to start from nowhere to get to this point. Now today, the market, I'm up about 0.19%, and earlier this was up almost $1,000 something. But as the market get to a close, things changes and whatnot. So I talk about margins. As far as margins go, my buying power with margins is a $68,000 buying power, so I can buy more, right, with $68,000. Now, what I can withdraw from this account, if I need to go buy a car cash, pay my rent in Colombia for the next year, and do whatever, I can pull from this money right here. Okay, that's just on this portfolio. Right? It's just on this portfolio. So, and what I like about Fidelity, it gives you some options, right? So this is earning day. Earning day is like, you know, when the companies come with the earnings report, it's what it is, right? So the next one is in 14 days. They give you the date and time. If you want to pay attention to that stuff, you can, right? Now, ex-dividend date, the next one is in 14 days. I got Home Depot, Lockheed Martin, and McDonald's. I got 6 more. That's going to be the ex-dividend day is coming, right? Now, they give you the highs and the lows. What's high, right? The 52-week high, and then the 52-week low. I only got one right now, the 52-week low, which is good. All right, so right now the market is down. The Dow Jones is up, right? 0.55%. The Nasdaq is down 0.19%, and the S&P 500 is down 0.24%. All right, so that's enough for that. So we'll go back over here, and yesterday the market was down yesterday, but the S&P was down 0.6, and I was down 0.60, and I was down 0.80%. Right, but you know, I'm not a professional, so in most cases, I either beat the market or right there below the market, right? That's professionals doing, so I think I'm doing a good job, right? So that's what we are today. And we'll go to Charlie Schwab, okay? So Charlie Schwab, in the market, the total cost is about $113,000. Total invested, right? Out of that total invested, I have this amount invested here, right? That's my amount. That's 80 something thousand dollars that I have invested into the market. $84,607.50. This is what I invested. Now, of course, I use margins on this account. So overall, including the margins, which is $27,000 that I've used of margins to buy more product, more investments, the overall is $113,000. Okay, so that's what we are there. Overall, I'm down. Right? Overall, this is what I'm down. Let me see. Let me go back and make sure. So overall, today, loss or gain, $1,698.24. Right? That's what we're down. But I mean, today gains, I made some money. I did make some money. Okay. But this is overall the total gain and loss. Truck, let me close the window. Big old truck just passed by. So come to the bottom here, the total overall. I still got negative there, but because of the gains of today's, they kind of bring that amount down. But I don't really look at this. I don't care about this. I look at it overall that I'm actually in the red, right, which is 2,100. But because of the gains today, this is down to 1,600, right? That's how they do that. But I don't really care about this number because I'm a dividend investor. Okay, I care about a little bit about the stock price because it's not going down too much, so they don't cut the dividends. But I care more about income. Okay, so as a dividend investor, I care more about income because that's how I live. I don't sell my positions to live. I live off of dividends. So my investment keep on growing, right? I want to live off what I need and reinvest the rest. So my investment keep on growing year over year. So in the end, you're not using your principles, right? It takes time to get to this point. I have been doing this almost 5 years, right? In the last month, I have accelerated this because I added margins and I invest in higher yield, which is a little bit more risky. Okay, so don't say, oh well, he got this much, blah 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 blah. So this is my other portfolio that I have with Robinhood. Now you guys have the Robinhood link. You can use the link. The Robinhood will give you $5, and I give $5, and you can invest. I got the $5 I got the last time. I invested in Tesla. Okay, I invested that $5 in Tesla, and so if somebody else use my link and give me another $5, guess what? I'm gonna buy either Tesla or I'm gonna buy Palantir, right? Is it Palantir? Either that, but mostly I'll use this to buy Tesla. I'm not sure exactly which one I'm gonna buy for now, but if somebody uses my link and I get that credit, I'm gonna get a free $5 worth of Tesla. Okay, so here right now I'm invested in these UMAX and VD, Alti, Misty, and Coney. Now these mostly, this is NVIDIA, it attached to NVIDIA. Alti, I'm not sure which one is attached to. I need to look it up again. I always forget. I got so much going on, I can't remember. But these two, this is Coinbase, and this is mostly have to do with Bitcoin and crypto, stuff like that. Okay, so it's down a little bit today, but the goal is to get this portfolio, right? The goal is to sell these cryptos that I have in here and use their money, well, the crypto I have down here. So I'm gonna sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Uniswap I might keep because the cost is so little for right now. I might keep Uniswap, but I'm gonna sell these and cut down and take their money, reinvest that whatever amount is back into the stock market, and then once they start to generate income, I will take that income, right, invest back into the market also. But whenever the market for the portfolio, as far as the crypto drops, I will use that money to buy into crypto. So I'm gonna just buy those stocks, save that money, use some of this money in essence to pay for my daughter's college, but I pull money from the other accounts to pay for her college, right? As you guys can see, this is my own money, right? I've been investing in this crypto for years, okay? So I've been investing in this for many years. But I just enabled the annual yield on this today, and to get the extra 5.5%, because I'm gonna start putting more money into crypto and buying stuff. And then once I get this over $1,000, I'm gonna also get margins on this account, right? And I'm gonna also use the margin the same way I use it in the other to buy. But on this portfolio specifically, it's just gonna be for a higher yield, right? If you see me buy a Tesla or something like that, I bought it because I got the free money from you guys using my link that's in the bio or in the description to get this. Okay, basically that's it. So let me I don't talk about this enough. Let me go to the next thing. All right, so as of today, right, because I bought a few things yesterday, as of today we had $71,000 in dividend income. I just giggle when I look at it. I've looked at this 100 times a day, logging out, logging back in, and it updated. It was at 67 yesterday. So I bought a few things yesterday, and then that updated today, bringing us to $71,000. So $71,000 in dividend income. All right. So yesterday I was like, well, I need to try to aim for 6,000. But when I look at the incoming dividends, excuse me. When I look at the incoming dividends for the next 4 months, I will reach the 6,000 maybe next month. If we get another red day next month, I'm gonna be at 6,000 next month. So, and if we get another red day in October, I'm gonna be at 7,000. If we get another red day in November, I'm gonna be at 8,000. And in December, God knows, I'm gonna be at 9,000. So right now, I'm gonna change my goal to $10,000 by December. The new goal is 10,000. Now, if I don't make 10,000 by December, it doesn't really matter. But I have to strive for something, right? I can do little by little by little every month, every week. I'm changing the goals. I don't want to do that. From now to December, the new goal of income will be to get to $10,000 a month, right? Because as you can see, the lowest is $4,963, which is for this month, right? Which is for this month. And if we look for August, this is everything that I got from August, right here, right? And I don't have time to go to the actual date and do a breakdown, but if you go down here, if I go down here, what's the day? Today is the 28th. That's the, what day is that? Okay, let me see. 29, 30th. So the 30th, I got some more money coming in. So I got like $500 something coming in on the 30th, almost $600. Okay, of August. That's the last income, right? Now, if I happen to buy whatever that actual portfolio is, something before that ex-dividend day, before that the pay is on the 30th, then that money is going to go up, right? So for now, the new goal is 10,000 from now to December. Okay, so we go back, and I have a lot of positions between both of my portfolios. I got over 100 and something different positions, and not all of them are high income. Some are high yield, some of them are lower yield. Some of them pay 1%, 2%, 3%. And that was the goal. Living abroad, I don't need a lot. Even 25,000 would be more than enough to live a good life, a stress-free financial life. I keep saying that, stress-free financial life, because life still be life. Crap happens, right? So, I mean, you guys can see we're almost there. And then once I add the other portfolio, I'm not even going to add the other portfolio, because I'm going to use that portfolio me need to pay my daughter tuition. So I'm not even gonna add it here, right? Maybe I will, I don't know. Maybe I will. But I don't even want to because that money gonna be used for something else. So for the next 4 years, that money gonna be used to pay her tuition. Now that one-time investment gonna be used to pay her tuition because I gotta pay her first money coming this week, and then the rest gonna be used for investment. I gotta get her a new car for school. I'm gonna do that for her birthday as a surprise. She have no idea. Because I told her I was going to ship her the old car she's been driving, our old Mercedes. She's been driving. And she's like, okay, Daddy, she don't care. That's why I love my baby. She don't care. All she want to do is eat good and sleep good. She loves sleep. So this is the way to go. This is the way to go. All right, guys? So you like, oh, okay, Eddie, you talking about all of this. You making all this money. How do we make money too? All right? So I'm going to go down over here. So I did this with a 25 price tag for a $25 stock, right? A position, I got one in here, one stock, just one, right? One share. It could be an ETF, it could be whatever. The cost for that one is $23. So that's your initial investment, right? The investment amount. So you're gonna hold this for a minimum, we said 3 years. I start with 3 years and we're gonna build this up, right? And the return, it's like a higher yield return is 25%. And annually, so annually on this right here, annually, that means every year, you're gonna put $1,000 into this investment. Okay? Every year you're gonna add money to reinvest into this contribution, which is $1,000 you're gonna do. But you're like, oh, Edmund, I don't have $1,000. Okay, we change the amount. We say $100. Every year, $100. Right? That's less than $10 a month. That's less than that. Every year. Okay? So, the tax is 15%. You gotta pay tax on everything. Okay? The rise in the expected rise in the dividend, blah 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 payout. We said 10%. That's the standard numbers, right? The standard numbers. How much is gonna go up in a year? Let's say I'm gonna do 3%. Okay, and then so the gain per year. I would say I want to keep it low as possible. Because this is more. If the yield is income. We're not looking at growth, right? So, and we're going to reinvest whatever we get from this. So I'm going to do a calculation here. It's going to calculate. All right, so it finished calculating. So your ending balance, you started with $100. You started with $25. Okay, you started with $25. And you're adding another $100 for the year. You're doing it for the entire year. This is on the low end. You guys say, how am I going to start? This is how you're going to start. You're like, I don't have money to invest. That's an excuse. You spend, if you take a check out, you're spending less than that. If you take a girl out of the U.S., you're spending more than that. Okay, you can do 5 or 6 dates on $100 in Colombia. Okay, so the cumulative return, right? 32.64%. Every the increase, the cost for that money is 26%. So the total dividend income, right, is $100-some. But I mean, you didn't invest that much. You invested $25 initially, $23 initially, and then you invested another $100 for the whole year. So that's it, that rounded up $125 for the entire year. So we did this for 3 years, right? Where is it? For 3 years, you're gonna hold this for 3 years. I only did this on the short term, for 3 years. So in the first year, the price is $23, your annual contribution, right? The taxes for dividend, that 15% is $5, and then the balance after tax is $28. So you spend this much, and this is where your total final balance is. So the following year, of course, is increased, right? The following year, you do another 100, right? It's increasing. Now instead of you owning 1 share, now you own 5.5 share, almost 5, right? By year 3, now that doubles from 5 to 10. And now you have a balance of $428.43. Okay? So we just do this on a smaller scale. So this be like, oh, I don't have money to start. So you can start. And you don't have to invest in the risky stuff. You don't have to do 25%. You can do 10% yield. That's more than what you get in a savings account, right? You can invest in Jiffy. You know, that's enough, 10% yield. So we recalculate that. Of course, the money is going to go down. It's going to go down, but not by much, right? So, if you say, okay, I can invest more. Okay, you can invest more. So we're going to double this, your initial investment, right? To whatever, let's say $1,000. And then your annual contribution will say $1,200, right? That's $100 a month, right? And we're going to still leave it at 3 years. We'll leave everything the same. We'll do the recalculation, right? It calculates. So you started with $1,000 and then another $1,200, right? So that's $2,200. But at the end of 3 years, you're going to have $5,000 in there. Now you're like, oh, Edwin, I can't live off of that in 5 years. The goal is to get you started. And once you get comfortable, you can add more money to be able to do whatever you do. I mean, you could go to Colombia, DR, spend $2,000, $3,000, you know, in 2, 3, 4 days, and go back home. I mean, you're happy, you go back home broke, but you don't get nothing out of it. But let's say if you're going on your trip, your boys' trip, and you're like, okay, I'm going 5 times a year, 3 times a year. But whenever you make a trip and you say, okay, I'm going to be spending $3 grand on this trip, I need to invest $3 grand when I'm going. So if you make 3 trips a year and you're spending $9,000 on those trips, or 2 trips a year, whatever it is, match that into your investment. Because you go over there, you have fun, that's done. You're not getting that back. But when you invest into your future, you get that back. And guess what? Every year, I'm going to change this from 3 years. So if you want to retire, it's not timing the market, but it's the time you have in the market, right? Because short term is nothing. So if I said 20 years for somebody in their 20s, or 10 years for somebody in their 40s, okay? So if you do, what is that? 20 years, right? So in 20 years, you're gonna have this much coming income in your pocket, right? You're gonna have this much income. Now, this just calculate how much money you're gonna have per year, right? This doesn't tell you how much income you're gonna have every month. It doesn't break it down. This just give you the overall balance. That's what this give you, right? And the total individual income for that 20-year period. But if you say, oh, I need to know down, they use like apps like these. They have sample accounts, estimated account. But once you start investing, we are building our own app that we're going to be using. But when you start investing, you can use those to track how much money you're going to make. You go to your future value. Even though they said now annual income is $71,440, but overall, by 2023, it's going to be that much. Now that's crazy. That's in 10 years. I'll be 61 years old at that time. Almost $2 million. That is if I'm reinvesting all this money. But if I'm living off of some of this money, $20,000, $30,000, I still have that other chunk. That other 40 grand, 50 grand, sorry, 20,000 from there, then that's a big chunk, right? So I got 50. If I use in 30, that's 40,000 to reinvest. That's still a lot of money. And I still got a job if I'm still working at that age. Who knows? I still make a YouTube video for you guys. Who knows? But if I say, you know what? The goal is to stop working when I hit 55. Right? I'm 51 right now, 52, 53, 54, 55. 2028. And over $100,000 in income coming in. I don't even need that much. I don't need that much. I'm already using some of the money to pay for my car and pay for my daughter's school, which is not going to be calculated into this. But I don't need that much. So all I'm doing is reinvesting over half of this. Over 80% of this will be reinvested. You know, I don't know about you guys, but you know, my kid's gonna be sad. You know, my daughter mom, she's gonna be sad. Because whatever my daughter has, her mom gonna have it too. That's just the custom, right? Whatever she got, she's gonna share with her mom when she get old enough. And she don't have to worry about nobody saying, oh well, you know, I gotta take care of you, blah 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 blah. No. She can take care of herself financially. Now she grew up in this culture where she knows the value of a woman to her husband. And hopefully when she goes to the U.S. to live, when she gets older, she don't pick up the American culture. Right? Because I tell my oldest, don't listen to me, I'm an old dude. But this is part of it, right? So this stuff got some research tools on it. I don't really use the research tool on here. They got idea list, dividend screener, and then popularity. It's like the popular stocks, but that's their popular stock based on their opinion. I don't know how to do that tracking, how to pull that information, right? And you can see Apple, what's that? HHD. They got a bunch of Coca-Cola, VOO. They got a bunch of good stuff in here, right? In the top 10. Starbucks, Main Capital. So some of these pay lower end. Some of them pay 2%, 7%, 5%. You know, a little or nothing. And Nvidia pay little or nothing. But they pay dividend. So, you know, I don't want to get this video too crazy long. But our new goal is 10,000. Okay? Subscribe to the channel. Invest in your future. Ask questions, guys. And don't forget, do not forget. Let me bring this up again. Okay, we got the Discord. We got the Discord. Okay, you got to join the community. Okay, we got 4 people signing to the community right now. Okay, join the community. And ask questions. Don't just join the community and that's it. Join the community, ask questions. Because I can help you if I don't know what you want. Right? I post random things in here about what I know and what is going on. Right? Like in general stuff. I post random things in here. But I don't know what help you need or not. So I'm willing to jump on a call and help people. I got a call, I think, by a young man who's going to schedule a call to talk on a Saturday to help him start. Okay? Now, I don't mind helping. You know, as you guys can see, I didn't just start this today. I've been doing this almost 5 years now. But I started with little or nothing. Investing by myself because I was paying somebody else to do this for me. And when I realized I could do it better than them, then I closed that account and moved my money to where I can manage my money. Okay, guys? So, we're not going to make this video too long. Subscribe to the channel, share the content, comment, please. Like the video so the video can get to more people. You know, watch the content, watch it for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever. But like the content and try to share the video. That's the goal of this, to share this with more people. Because this stuff it's not taught at home, right? Your mom and dad teach you how about money. They tell you to go to work, get a check, and put it under your mattress and stuff like that. They don't teach you how to make your money work for you. And with the dividends positions, it's like planting a tree in your backyard that generate mango. I love mangoes. And every year, that mango tree creates hundreds of mangoes every year. And you get to eat it, and you get tired, you get to give it away. So in this case, dividends like a mango tree that generate income for you while you sleep. It can be monthly, it can be quarterly. It just depends on what you choose. You know, my strong guidings on this is do dividend aristocrats and dividend kings. If you want to invest for beginners, dividend aristocrat, dividend kings. You can look for the higher income, higher yield in those two categories and invest in those. Because you want to see your money grow. And I made the videos there when I made my first video. It's on this channel. It's on this channel. When did I post that video? That video is right here. That was in 2002. February 2000, rather, in 2000, February 2000, February 20th, 2000. When I made that video. And I had, what, $2,000 in my portfolio. And I have been investing before that for a very short time during COVID. But from February to now, you get it or you don't get it. The time investing, growing financial income. It takes time. Like I said, you can do it fast with more money, or you can do it slowly with less money. But in the end, the goal is to get to the same place, to have enough so you can have the FU money, where you don't depend on anything, on a job or nothing else. That's the goal, right? That's the goal, where I can say, you know what? I quit my job tomorrow, pack everything up, sell everything, take that $400,000, $500,000, whatever I get from selling everything else I have in the United States, and add it to this money here. What do you think gonna happen when I add $400,000 or $500,000 more to this? My margin is gonna go up, so my margin is gonna double. If I add $400,000 to this, I'm gonna have another $400,000 worth of margins. So even if I'm buying, I don't really buy, I won't buy things so much in the low end on margins because of the maintenance fee and the interest you have to pay back on the margins. I will usually buy higher yield stuff because that will cover those, and then my cash will go into my SCHD, my VOO, those funds that pay less yield, but I can go to bed and sleep at night and not worry about them. losing value, 50% value, 70% value. Okay, guys. So invest in your future is key. I can't state this enough. Invest in your future. I'm not teaching. I'm just sharing what I do to get to where I'm at. Okay, that's it. I'm just sharing. You can take it for what it is. That's okay. You can take this information and use it to help you and help your family get out of the rat race. Now, it's not everybody want to live outside the U.S. It's not everybody want to do that. You can live comfortably in the U.S. with 70K. People say, oh, I'm going to do my side hustle. This can be your side hustle of learning the very basics and invest in that. This is your side hustle. So you go from having this, and there's another form that calculates, right? We didn't use this one, but in this same scenario, we started with $100. Initial investment was we started with principal, initially 25% yield, $100 contribution annually, increase 3%, maybe more or less, one share, 50% in taxes, and this is a monthly portfolio, right? But how many years we're going to do this for? We said 5 years. Hit the calculator, shaka boom boom. So in 5 years, the time 14% increase the dividend income, annual dividend income from just this little money here. But look what happened when we said, what's the number? When we do 20 years. Before I hit that calculation, right? You see that? You see that? But if we do 20 years, look at that. Annual income. Very little money starting. Very little money. But over a longer period of time with a higher yield, as you hit 5,000 at year 10, as that goes up, the longer you're still in the market, the more money you get. Of course, we started with little or nothing. So you can say, oh, well, I don't have a lot of money. Guys, that's a freaking excuse. I don't want to hear it. I'm even trying to get angry now. So I'm going to end this video here. Invest in your future because nobody else is going to do it for you. When I learned this, I talked to all my friends. I was like, yo, bro, this is what I'm doing. And you know what it did? Yes. They laugh at me like this ninja is crazy. And I wasn't asking people to give me money. I'm not asking nobody to give. I don't sell anything. Okay? I don't sell no Patreon. I don't sell no nothing. If somebody said, Edwin, want to give you money, where we can send it, then I will post my Cash App. You guys can do that. But I'm not selling anything. Everything I provide on this channel is free. Free, free, free. F-R-E-E. Free. If you can add a D to it, it'll be F-R-E-E-D. It'll be oh my goodness. It's free. All the information I provided is free. There are other people that will sell, the Discord or other things. I don't want to do that because I'm trying to help people. Okay? I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to help my family. But, they'll be like, oh, he's doing that. What is he doing? No. So, what's the better way to set an example than to show people? What's the better way to set an example than to show? So show them, right? Because, oh, you're going to lose your money. That stuff is crazy. All kind of stuff. Now, I lost more money in real estate than I've lost in the market. But I'm still in real estate. So guys, invest in your future. Because that's all you got. Nobody else gonna do it for you. Now you can watch my video, you can laugh and say this idiot gonna lose his money. Whatever. I've been doing this for 5 years. I got the first video that I showed when I started my investment, and that was long before that. I started that right around COVID. So that was long before that. When I was making that little $1, $2 a month in dividend. And I was so happy. So now, when I look at this right here, man, it's like, it's so surreal. Because you're like, oh man, I can't wait to get there. But then when you get there, it's like, okay, I'm there. You pinch yourself, look in the mirror. Yes, you did it. And then you set the bar again, right? Because some people are like, oh, I want to be a millionaire. Okay, but how? How are you going to be a millionaire? Oh, I'm going to work hard. Yeah, you're going to work hard. But what kind of income you going to bring in to get you to that million? What else you going to buy to get you to that million? What kind of business? You know, you're going to buy a car and rent a car business, do Uber, Lyft. How many Uber and Lyft millionaires do we see out here that got to be a millionaire from doing that? I don't know of one. Not a single one. Now the people that do that buy cars and open a small rental fleet and become a millionaire. But it started somewhere. They invested that money little by little. This is passive. I sit at my desk, I fool around, I work, fool around, I work, I fool around on the computer. This is passive, right? Passive income. That means you have to do very minimum. I could leave this thing and do 15 minutes a day, and that would be enough. I do 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in midday, 5 minutes when the market is about to close. That should be more than enough. So it's passive. I'm not a day trader. I don't do day trade. I did that. I didn't like it. Now, what I used to do as a day trader, I do it very minimum. I buy. If the market is down, that's when I buy. And lately the market's been up and down. One day is up, next day is down. So when they go red, shoot, what can we get today? We buy. And then the next day, our income go up because we're buying stuff that generate income. And then of course, when it goes up in value, when they go back from red to green, and then of course we go up in value too. I can talk about this all day. Alright, so I'm not using no technical jargons that are going to confuse you. All my stuff is basic for you to understand. If you can understand me, then you can understand a lot of other guys that are out there that talk about this stuff. Because everything I talk about is very basic, down to the bone. And even if I have to give an explanation of it, it's still very basic. That even a kid will understand. Okay guys? So invest in your future. Subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. Peace.